Diana.
If I'm elected for Cecil County Commissioner, I'll work very hard to expand our tax base. We have so much to offer, and the expansion of our local businesses, recruiting and attracting high-tech industry along related to BRAC, supporting our tourism, our sports tourism, and implementing good business policies. For too long, we've had, when the economy was good, we had a lot of growth that occurred that wasn't responsible. And there was a lot of people that benefited and passed the cost on to the Cecil County taxpayer. We can implement plans right now, use growth tools, enforce those to, for when the economy does turn around, that we're ready to grow in a manner that we choose. Not that we're reacting, but that we're investing in our future. And that's what I'm going to support, and hope everybody gets out and votes. Thank you.
Thank you. Carl?
I want to thank Cecil Patriots for hosting, and we get most of our correspondence from Donna Caudill, and I'm sure there are others, but Donna, thank you for keeping us informed in a timely manner. And with that, I already talked about Mike and the fact that I think the formal but warm structure has led to very productive. I came to the Republican Commissioner one, I participated in the Democratic Commissioner one, and again tonight, and by far the best forums throughout the campaign. It's been a long campaign. My wife was here, she left, and with it. Well, let me tell you, and I wish you were here, because I will tell you, your spouse has to support you when you go through this, or else it's a real chore. So I thank Carol for tolerating my next adventure that I want to get into with that. Somebody asked me, I went to a wine and cheese backyard function on recently, and they drank wine and ate cheese, and I was grilled, and so forth and with it. But somebody asked me the question, they said, are you still glad you ran? And I was pleased to be able to say to them, I am more excited and more desirous of becoming a county commissioner than when I started in March 2010. I have the knowledge, the skills, the energy, and the ability to work with 4 other commissioners to do good things for this county. We need to focus our development in the growth corridor. We need to bring businesses in here. We need to create jobs so that we can maintain the quality of life that every one of you and every citizen wants. And with it, and we are in for a rough 5 years. It's not going to turn around. The economy is not going to be better for several years. You need 5 people working with you to ensure that we make quality decisions, that taxpayers feel that they are supported, that they're served, that they are listened to, and that they love going home every night and sleeping in a bed in Cecil County. So I appreciate your consideration. I would like your vote starting tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock through 8 o'clock on November 2nd. Thank you.
Thank you, Carl. Terry?
I too want to thank all of you for being here tonight. I know it's been a long night. You've listened to a lot of speakers. There are some very important things that are going to be happening in our community in the next several years. You've heard a lot of discouraging things tonight. Declining tax assessments, high unemployment, unknowns, a lot of unknowns about the future. But I'm going to share with you that I am not discouraged by that. And in fact, I'm encouraged, because it's during those difficult times that people have to think outside the box, and they have to come up with creative solutions to those problems that they wouldn't otherwise come up with. I think that's imperative that our commissioners will step up to the plate and will approach it with a positive attitude to do the best for all the people of Cecil County. I can tell you I'm very committed to giving this 110%, just as we've done throughout the entire campaign of 18 months. And several of my campaign team members are here tonight. I thank you, and of course my husband Steve, who refers to himself as Mr. Terry Moore. And in just a few more weeks he won't be able to do that anymore. But the support that I have been given, not only from my team and my family, but from all of you in Cecil County, has been so heartwarming. Regardless of how this election turns out, I will continue to serve my community and be honored to do so. As we move forward, though, you do have some important decisions to make. And whether you start voting tomorrow at 10 a.m. or you finish up on November 2nd at 8 p.m., you have important decisions about who is going to represent you. I humbly ask for your vote. I believe that I'm the most committed and qualified and experienced person for the job, and I'd be honored to serve you. Thank you.
Thank you. And Earl.
Again, I'd like to thank Cecil Patriots for having me. I just want to say, I've heard people heard me say this before, but I wrote it down so I won't forget this time. I've lived in Cecil County for 53 years, didn't go and come back, trying to make it better. I've stayed here and dealt with the same issues you dealt with, because as the taxpayers, the same things that are being imposed on our county commissioners will be on my own shoulder to be able to look and see what I can do to make better. And I have a lovely wife, Debbie, 3 children, Janae, LeMay, and Earl Piner Jr., 10 sisters, 2 brothers, 53 nieces and nephews, all living in Cecil County. And I say again, I have a reason to represent the county because my family, my neighbors, I care dear for them. Not just because of that, I have a passion for Cecil County. Again, I didn't leave and come back to make anything better. I've still continued to make things better as I get involved. And I would like to say, working with one of the best companies in town, or in the county, which is W.L. Gore, I'm going on 14 years. And I've learned a lot of respect for people from working with different types of people. And I take that into my daily use every day. So if I'm provided the opportunity to become and serve your next county commissioner, I use my platform as education, community, safety, and I look to see what I can do to make it better. But I do promise that while I deal with the issues that I noted above, I will promise to serve the citizens in this county as I will serve myself and be one of you, your words, speaking to myself and acting on your behalf. Thank you.
Okay, that concludes the combined section for this evening. I don't know about the rest of you, but I think they all deserve a very good. I would like to say in conclusion tonight that I feel identical in how I feel towards your professionalism, towards how everybody has conducted themselves, and to the audience too, and to the Cecil County Patriots. I thank you. It's been an honor to come down here and moderate these debates. I think you have a great pool of talent to choose among, and I would take any of them in my area, although it's 100 miles away. And Ron, are you here? Okay, I'm going to turn this back over to Ron. And before everybody leaves, if there's some gentlemen who'd be willing to help us put chairs away, and the Cecil County Patriots come in ahead of time and really do a lot of work and effort putting everything together. If there was a few people could help them reset the room back up. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you, Mike. Before we get going here, Al has something to say in reference to the Chesapeake Bay affairs.
Yes, the president issued, as was said, the executive order which went to the EPA. Both the EPA and the Maryland Department of Environment have an open time for people to respond. This ends in November 8th. So I would urge you to go to both websites, download a copy of the documents, these are drafts, and please send your comments to the state and to the federal government. Because if you don't, well, then you're going to get what they give you. Thank you.
All right, we have 6 fine commissioner candidates here tonight, but also in the audience, I'm sure we have a few people who are running for office, and I would like to thank each and every one of you for attending here tonight. And if I may, if you're in the, could you stand up and introduce yourself, please? Sorry here in the front. What do you got in the front? Go ahead.
Sorry.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Wendy Winterskill. I'm one of your District 3 candidates for the school board. I'm a nurse 22 years. I'm a researcher and an educator for the Christiana Care Health System. This is my youngest daughter. We debated last night, and she missed me horribly, so she really wanted to come along just to snuggle in my lap. My oldest graduates this year. We're very proud of the education that our children have received. I want to make sure that we continue to provide the proper programming and wonderful education to every child in Cecil County. Yes, the School of Technology is a problem. We've got to solve it. We can't wait for someone else. We've got to take it into our own hands.
Thank you, Wendy.
Thank you.
Anybody else? There you go.
I'm Bill Brockman, I'm clerk of the circuit court, been clerk for 16 years. I appreciate your consideration on November the 2nd. I've been there 16 years and I would like to continue in that office for another 4 years. And I'd like to say that the Cecil County Patriots had very great forms through this election season. They've done a great job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I'm Pete Pritchard. I'm the other candidate for District 3 School Board. And I'm retired and I'm looking for my second career. And I plan on making the school board my second career and devoting full time to it. So thank you all very much.
Thank you.
Stephen Stiles, I'm running from District 5. I've been here for 21 years. My wife is an educator in a school district. I feel that it's time to bring some common sense practices to the school board. My name is the very last name on the ballot. So starting tomorrow morning, if you would go mining down through the ballot and find me, I'd appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'm Walsh, candidate for Judge of Morgan's Court with 4 years' experience. Appreciate your help.
Thank you. Anybody else?
Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm Dan Howard, I'm the current county treasurer. I've been in office for 12 years. Over the years, if you check my record, we've done, I believe, a good job in saving the taxpayers' money. I'm always very conscious of taxpayer dollars because I live here and I pay taxes too. And I appreciate your support on November 2nd. Thank you.
Thank you, man. I'll write many checks to you, by the way.
I'm Bill Feely. I'm the CPA, a local businessman. I've had my own accounting practice for the last 20 years, and I propose to bring a business person's approach to government. I think we need to stop doing business as usual and look at everything, every nit and nat that's possible to look at to keep our expenses down and keep the taxes down. So remember, a businessman's approach to government starting November 2nd. Thank you.
Thank you, Bill. All right, also, I'd like to thank the Cecil County Patriots. They're led by Donna Caudell, Jackie Gregory, and Al Reason. They did a tremendous job of organizing this meeting here tonight. We're going to the polls over the next few days, and we're electing our future. 3 of these people are going to be elected, and they're going to make some big decisions. What we need to do is, when we go to the polls, this is only half the job, getting the right people in. The second half of the job is we need to follow up. We need to become a part of the community. I would love to have you join us with the Cecil County Patriots. And we meet the first Wednesday of every month. Do you know where, does everybody know where Milburn Orchards is? Raise your hand. Everybody knows where that is, right? Okay, well, Milburn Orchards is, Appleton Road is there, just go about a half mile north. There's a little church on the right-hand side. We meet there at 7 o'clock. Please, come join us. Become a part. We also participate in going to the commissioners' meetings.